taxi service into the UK. The first boat's just disembarked, the second one's going to disembark shortly. And from there, these illegal immigrants are going to end up in hotels around the country. It's going to cost the taxpayer millions and millions of pounds just for today's arrivals. And it just shows that after what the government claimed was a landmark deal yesterday, in fact, nothing has changed.
And our trips.
French warships are literally taxiing illegal boats into Britain, life jackets and all, on Starmer's watch. Want the smoking gun footage they don't want you to see? Stay tuned.
What we're doing is asking the French to do what the Belgians do, which is stop these boats near French shores. But secondly, I'll be making sure that every single person who crosses the English Channel illegally, not 6%, but 100%, get immediately removed without any kind of judicial process back either to their country of origin or, if that's not possible, to a third country. And if you remove 100% of arrivals straight away, no judicial process, then pretty quickly people will stop attempting the crossing in the first place. Australia did that 12 or 13 years ago, and within a matter of a few months, their illegal maritime crossings, which actually were even more numerous than ours, they just stopped completely because of that deterrent effect. But Labour, I'm afraid, is too weak to do that.
So Chris, behind us you can see the boat. We've just seen the migrants that were being escorted by the French being dropped off over here. Tell us, what does that mean for Labour's New Deal?
Well, the evidence, again, is unfolding behind us that their New Deal is not having any kind of deterrent effect. We're now seeing the two Border Force boats we observed in the middle of the Channel ferrying the migrants here to Dover, offering essentially a taxi service into the UK. The first boat's just disembarked, the second one's going to disembark shortly. And from there, these illegal immigrants are going to end up in hotels around the country. It's going to cost the taxpayer millions and millions of pounds just for today's arrivals. And it just shows that after what the government claimed was a landmark deal yesterday, in fact, nothing has changed.
And our trip seems to have riled Angela Eagle. She's had a bit of a go at you. What's your response?
Well, Angela Eagle is claiming that the agreement they've made with the French says the opposite to what it says in black and white. It says very clearly that if the Home Office, even if the Home Office certify a human rights claim as clearly unfounded, then the migrant can't be sent to France. It says it in black and white, and either she's misunderstood her own agreement or she's badly confused.
Does she need to come out and see what's going on with her own eyes?
I think the government, frankly Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper should come out onto the Channel and see what is going on. I don't think either of them have been out onto the Channel to witness.
This footage is just another example of the complete failure of Labour's immigration policies. They've made a deal with France, a deal that's supposed to stop these boats from crossing the Channel, but as you can see, it's not working. The French are just escorting the boats right into British waters, handing them over to our border force like they're doing us a favour. It's an absolute disgrace. The left, they'll tell you this is about human rights, about compassion. But where's the compassion for the British people? Where's the compassion for the hard-working families who are forced to pay for this? These migrants, they are not coming here because they're desperate. They're coming here because they know they can get a free ride, free housing, free healthcare, all paid for by British taxpayers. It's a magnet for illegal immigration, and Labour's policies are only making it worse. They talk about deterrence, but what deterrent is there when you can just hop on a boat and be welcomed with open arms? The French, they know this. They know they can exploit our system, and they're doing it with glee. And Labour, they're too weak to stand up to them. They're too busy appeasing the left-wing activists who want to open the borders wide open and let anyone in. This isn't just about boats crossing the Channel. It's about the future of our country. It's about who we are, what we stand for, and what kind of society we want to live in. The left wants to turn Britain into a multicultural melting pot, a place where national identity is eroded and replaced with a vague sense of global citizenship. They want to dismantle our institutions, our traditions, and our way of life. We need a strong government, a government that puts the interests of the British people first. We need a government that is willing to stand up for our values and defend our borders. We need a government that is not afraid to say no to the demands of the left, even when it's unpopular. The current Labour government is failing us. They are weak, they are indecisive, and they are allowing our country to be overrun. It's time for a change. It's time for a government that will put Britain first. Now, let's talk about the broader picture here. The left, they'll tell you this is all about economics, about globalization, about the need to open up our borders to cheap labor. But it's not just about economics. It's about culture, it's about identity, it's about who we are as a people. The left, they want to create a world where everyone is the same, where there are no borders, no nations, no cultural differences. They want to create a world where everyone is just a number, a cog in the machine. But that's not the kind of world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where people are proud of their heritage, where they value their traditions, where they have a sense of belonging. The left, they'll tell you this is about compassion, about helping those in need. But their compassion is selective. It's only for those who fit their narrow worldview. They don't care about the people who are already here, the people who are struggling to make ends meet, the people who are being pushed aside by this wave of immigration. The left, they're blinded by their ideology. They can't see the real world, the world that is being destroyed by their policies. They're too busy preaching about equality and diversity while ignoring the very real problems that are facing our country. We need to wake up. We need to see what's happening. We need to stand up for our values, for our country, for our future. The left is trying to destroy everything we hold dear, and it's time to fight back.